going to see Zelda and Young Link. Quite the canonical battle here. So, yeah, Ace looking pretty hot after that last set. Strawhat, a little bit of time to rest and recover after a tough set. And I'll say it's a tough set for him in Winners Finals. He played pretty well, but ultimately went down 3-1 against Mr. L. Mr. L just looking so clean, and it looked like Strawhat was still figuring out Pikachu as the set was going, but either way, he's going to have to fight his way through Zelda, which I don't know what this matchup is straight up. Like who, I'm going to just assume Young Link wins it because he's a really good character. But Zelda does have the means to like be a headache for Young Link with just whatever, what's it, Nairu's Love or whatever that B neutral move is. Because like Wi-Fi Zelda is a task to like play against. And nearly taking the stock with down air. We'll see. What if Strawhat can actually go out on top here in terms of like, or I'm sorry, get to an early lead here, or I mean, Ace has plenty up his sleeve, and Zelda is not a character that's going to approach. So Strawhat's really not known necessarily for approaching, but he might have to in this case. He does have plenty of damage on AceAttorney, and finally going to cross him up with the boomerang into F smash. And it does look like my Discord is starting to boot up, so there is hope yet. There we go. Right. Bear with me as I log into Discord, by the way. All right, I'm back. So, okay, it looks like Strawhat has pulled ahead a lot. I don't know what happened here necessarily, but it looks like he figured out something, and looks like he might be winning the range game against Ace, because, as I mentioned, Zelda is not a character that approaches. All right, cool. So I do have Discord open. I am connecting to the call, but there we go. Hello, Gonzalez.
Oh my god, this is the worst audio quality ever.
Is it bad? It sounds normal on my end.
It sounds like I'm dying.
Well, I'm going to jump out of call and jump back in. You should do the same.
Oh god.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, it sounds like the worst thing ever.
Oh, I don't know. It sounds 100% normal on my end.
I hear you fine, Chris.
All right, good.
Wait, now it's normal.
All right, good. We obviously just needed Nintunis to jump in.
That's awful.
Just give blessings, man. My mere presence.
Nintunis. Anyways, so this is still game one, by the way. Strawhat, AceAttorney, and AceAttorney finding some room to breathe again. I mean, I say room to breathe very lightly. He is at 92%, but was down by a lot more than he is currently. So making a nice little comeback, using all Zelda's tools, full effect.
Yeah, it's got the Zelda matchup here for you guys, both in Young Link versus Zelda. Canonical. Well, I mean, not technically, you know, because the Zelda's from a different game, but, you know, whatever.
The thing is like a Link to the Past still had like a younger Link. This is kind of that Link.
True. Was Link a child in most of the games?
He was at least like of teenager age from the artwork. It looked like he's an elf, so it's just like elves are young, you know. Like you've seen Santa's elves, like they all look like young and stuff, and small. Actually, some of them look like, I don't know.
Nah, bro. Some of them be like, you know, 45 in the corner, taking a smoke break afterwards with like full-on beards.
Dude, if Ace, oh my God, I can't believe Ace brought that back. Holy crap.
You're joking.
Because no, he was down by like a full stock, dude.
Oh, good God.
Right,
Well, I just got the delay of the.
Yeah, I'm remaking the thing in Discord in terms of my screen share because it looked like it was paused. But that was kind of amazing because Ace was down by a lot at one point. So shout outs to Ace for making his run. And again, this is losers final, so best of 5.
Mintunis, do you hear how bad this audio quality is?
You did just get mad loud after you hit live, Chris.
Wait. Hold on. Let me try something. I think I might know what's happening. I do know what's happening.
He knows.
Discord reset all of my defaults.
Oh, lit. How'd the stream go?
All right, how's this? Is this better?
I'm giving a frowny face.
Does it sound better? All right, good.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
All right, that's what happened. So Discord reset my defaults. So all right, we're good now. Thank God.
Yeah. Still not letting me watch the stream for whatever reason.
Oh, well,
I passed in the.
I think that's just Discord loading. All right. Well, I gotta reset it.
Yeah. There you go. AceAttorney versus Strawhat once again. AceAttorney really stole that game. That was ridiculous, dude. Zelda means it's like you see so many characters in this game who will just think, damn, my character is green. I played Luigi or Yoshi, so I'm gonna mash the green button.
We're back.
And then you have Zelda, who is literally just the complete opposite of that. She is more of a red button gal herself.
She does like that red button.
Yeah, here we go. We in there. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, no, she does. Because literally, like, what does Zelda do constantly besides down B special? Oh, somebody's just gonna hit my shield. Neutral special. Somebody touched my shield again, but you're a kill percent. The up B special. You're off stage. Side B special. Dude, Zelda is a character who like utilizes her specials. I would low-key argue more than almost any other character in this game. I don't know about the most, but she's definitely up there.
Yeah, she's just tough to handle, honestly. Her kit is very unique to her, too. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't really another character that plays like Zelda, really.
Definitely not. I mean, Zelda's a character who literally just, you know, spawn a stage control button, if you would. It kind of reminds me of, like, Flood in a sense, except it's not something that pushes you away. It's something that is, like, a pause button, if you would. Zelda brings that knight out, and then you really have no other choice but to respect that move. And God forbid you are on a stage where there are no platforms, because you are just going to have a terrible, terrible time if that's the case.
Yeah.
And look at this lead.
Yeah, well, now it's starting to mount, and this is looking pretty opposite of the last game. Strawhat is really struggling to find his way in, but will do it with an up air underneath the platform. Well played. We'll see what he could do to catch up, though, because he's got a lot of ground to cover. Now a full stop.
Yeah, unless he, you know, finds some way to gimp Zelda, which God knows that's not a thing. It's
yeah, there's no gimping
definitely gonna
Zelda.
be a bad
The
time.
character
No,
has a
there's
very
never-
good recovery.
Yeah, you know, that recovery, it just goes too far, has too big of a hitbox, it's just too meaty, 2 Jersey mics. It's a fat sandwich of a recovery, to say the least. And now just being down at disadvantage against a Zelda as good as AceAttorney, man, it's such a rough place to be as the damage slowly tacks on. Kind of reminiscent of what Young Link does. You know, just slowly tacking on that damage with the projectile. You know, you get too antsy against Zelda when she starts to eat you up. You get in, she'll hit you with the Naryu's Love, and then if you misspace anything, God forbid, it'll be an uppy out of shield or a lightning kick out of shield. It's such an annoying thing because the character just distances herself from you so well to the point where if you get
that was a
greedy and
mistake.
you want to go in,
That's
that's when she just makes you explode for it too. She wants you to lose patience.
That looked like a misinput or just something funky happening, but regardless, it's going to result all the same. That's going to be Ace up 2-0, best of 5 here. So Strawhat does still have some room, and this is what happened against Mr. L, where he went down 2 games and ended up on somewhat of an epic comeback and but then still only won one game after that. So there's still hope for Strawhat, but he's gonna have to find a different way in because Strawhat is a patient, sort of laid back, also socially distancing as well he should in this time, kind of young Link. But he's going to have to change that up now because Ace has got that same game plan, and he's got it with the character he's designed to do that for sure. So we'll see what happens. He's going to have to figure something out, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's so interesting seeing like those two styles really clash against each other. It's like, which one can social distance harder? Because both of these characters been on that train for a while now at this point. Just way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, this is like what
for the most part.
What Koopa said about Lucas used social distancing before it was cool. But anyways, so let's see what goes on here.
That's the kind of joke that you thought, like, damn it, I thought I made that up.
Yeah, no, that's definitely ripped from Koopa, man. But yeah, so we'll see, because it already looks like Strawhat is aware of the fact that he's going to have to move forward a little bit. Yeah, but we'll see, man. Ace is plenty content to keep throwing out the knights and cover the high, keep reflecting back the projectiles.
Yeah, it's just what it's all about, man. When you're fighting a Zelda, it's all about just, maintaining the right space, respecting that move, the Phantom Knight. You have to. That move is pretty much what makes Zelda viable for the most part. It's just because it's essentially a pause button. She does that move, and then you have no choice but to respect it in the neutral. You can't run in, because if you do, she can react to it and then just whip the move out before you can shield. And then if you do shield, afterwards, she can just jump in and nair you or lightning kick you, and then that's free shield pressure as well. It's such a weird thing to be able to deal with, but so much of fighting Zelda is about how you deal with that move. To make a comparison, it's kind of like Meta Knight, if you would. If you remember Meta Knight back in Smash 4 and to a sort of a lesser extent in this game, he got so much off of the dash attack. If you focused all of your energy on just not getting hit by that move, all of a sudden, if your character just didn't have a trash toolkit, Meta Knight just became easier to fight all of a sudden. And it's not the exact one-on-one case with Zelda, because she does have some pretty good other stuff as well as Meta Knight, I suppose. But her real bread and butter is Phantom Knight and how she deals with that move, how she displaces it and everything. If you focus on playing around that, that is when you need to focus on getting your opportunities in between it, as Strawhat did for the entirety of that stock right there. Taking the first one, despite AceAttorney using the Phantom Knight, something damn near 20 times. Case in point.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and see if Strawhat can continue to press the lead, although it does get sniped off stage. So either way, much better position than I think he's been in all set. Actually, I can't say that at all because he was up a lot in game one, but
yeah, both these characters were definitely mad hype for Valorant because they both are heavy snipers.
Yeah, peeking their heads around the corner, trying to snipe. So let's see who snipes a little
Throwing
harder.
their keyboards.
Slamming keyboards, hitting desks. And now in a good position is Strawhat. Got stage control, has Ace kind of trying to figure out how to get back on stage. As I say that, does find the way back on. Strawhat's still going to press, though, and solid connect on the fair. Not going to be enough to do it, but does... Never mind. Not able to get a punish on that.
Against some characters, Zelda sort of has like a sort of get-out-of-jail-free card when she's off the level. As you saw right there, she just did the Phantom Knight again, which does go through the stage as well, so you gotta watch that. But it's funny enough, it's a get-out-of-jail-free card against most characters, but this is where I feel like Young Link could really, really shine in this matchup. It's when he actually has Zelda off the level, because that's when he just doesn't have to like come close to edge guard her or ledge trap her or anything like that, which for most characters is that beautiful first hit back air to the F-tilt takes the stock. For most characters, ledge trapping this character kind of doesn't exist, because Zelda can ledge trap you from the air, from disadvantage. But Young Link, not really the case. He could just hang back, toss his food out, do the whole food fight thing that I screamed into the microphone at the beginning of this, at the beginning of my commentary block here on the MHG stream. It's different for him. He can sort of hang back, deal with Zelda off stage a little bit easier. And I'm not gonna lie, when you have projectiles like that, actually edge guarding this character and ledge trapping her becomes such an easier ordeal. It takes a lot less patience. It's way safer to be able to deal with when you're off. It's a much better thing, and you see it paying out for Strawhat here in spades. And I think you called this, Chris. I think you called Strawhat adapting at the very least in the third game as he takes it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it from game 2, but Strawhat was definitely figuring something out. We did see him kill himself in the other game, so, you know, sometimes that is enough to make it look like a game look worse than it is, but does finish it out with, I believe that was Dare we just saw, so I don't know, man. This is similar, very similar to what we saw in Winners Finals in Strawhat, so he's an adapter, and he's a smart player, composed, good attitude, so definitely not surprised to see him able to turn it around, but we'll see if he get much else out of this. But I just want to take a quick look at this. Yeah, that was super nice. And then one more before we get into the actual game. This is what we finished off on.
I love how in that play, when he was going for the forward smash initially, he held back from the second hit because he knew that AceAttorney was going to be able to shield in time, and then the second he did that, that's Lightning Kick City, baby.
Yeah, man, and then Lightning Kick is such like a terrifying option for Zelda because you were mentioning it earlier about like you can't really get in because when you do, you just get like kicked in the face. That move will kill you at really early percents if it connects the right way.
And if it's not going to connect the right way, or if it's not, it's going to be at a percent where it kills you, it'll do 30.
Yeah, it's a really good move. Despite all of the options Zelda doesn't have when you're close, that is one that she does and is very reliable.
Yeah, it's important to approach Zelda from the right angles once you're actually able to get around her. But the thing is, so much of playing against Zelda's game is getting around her. That's just the important thing. It's getting around her, and it's getting around the knight. That's just the most... I really can't express enough how crucial that is. You know, approaching Zelda from the right angles is one thing, but it's just getting in on her in the first place. She's kind of reminiscent of Snake in that regard, in which, that for the most part, you have to play her neutral. You don't really have a choice. Zelda comes in and she's playing her game. She doesn't want to play anybody else's game. Zelda's kind of that person at the party that's sort of like the really like important like high clout figure, if you would, that everybody's trying to get on the good side with. And everybody just wants to play like categories, right? Then she comes in and she's like, oh, but I want to play charades.
Who's playing categories? I'm trying to play.
And then you guys are playing charades. Because you don't have a choice, because that's what Zelda wants to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I tweet about it. So, all right, let's see Strawhat looking for his way in here. And Dare, dude, looking to be the really good member of Strawhat's kit here. Getting the job done now twice in a row, technically. Because that's where he finished the last game at. But we'll see. I mean, he's still got plenty of work to do, and it does look like he might try and do the thing where he drops down from above. But Zelda is very good when... All right, I'm going to rephrase this so it doesn't sound bad. You don't want to be above Zelda necessarily either because she will, yeah. Anyways, she'll send you upwards.
Yeah, don't want to be above her either, and it's so risky because, like, touching Zelda's shield is, like, the worst thing you can possibly do sometimes, man, unless you have, like, some semblance of a disjoint or a projectile or something like that just to really play her neutral from a distance like Young Link is able to do. If you're a brawler, man, and you don't have the right amount of patience, this character will give you such a hard time. You touch her shield from the left or from the right of her, boom, lightning kick, because her fair is also her bear, which does 30 and will kill you at all sorts of wonky percents, especially with rage. You touch her from the top or she can't get that, boom, that's up B out of shield, which will perfectly combo into itself because the hitboxes of that is gigantic and also kills off the top as well. So that's another option of Zelda's that you have to watch out for. And then once you just think you're not in a position where you can do that anymore is where she's just playing that zoning game. I firmly believe that Zelda is one of, if not the most irritating characters to fight in this game. And she was designed that way for a reason. She's designed to really test your patience. She's kind of a noob killer in that regard.
Yeah, she's definitely plays that princess role of stay away from me, I'm not getting captured type of play style. It's interesting. You're right. It's kind of like it is very unique, and it is like very frustrating because it's just like the second you get in, you're not in at all, you know.
That's
like
part of what makes Zelda
right
so amazing on Wi-Fi too, because you got that extra input delay. Whereas for Zelda, that's not as big of a problem because she doesn't really, when she's just hanging away from you, drifting back away from you to do the Phantom Knight, it's not really as big of a deal for her to have that input delay. When your inputs need to be precise in the tight windows that you actually do have to punish this character, that's bad. That makes a character go up on the Wi-Fi tier list.
Yeah, dude, and Nairu's love really does linger a long time. The move is actually like not, you can't even see it and it'll still reflect things. So a lot of things you got to keep in mind when you're fighting against this character either way. Looks like Strawhat's keeping most of them in mind, just still looking for his way to, looking the wrong way, unfortunately. F smash would have definitely did it if he was facing the other way. Instead, Ace now back playing the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, you're good.
What I was going to say about Naryu's love is that, you know, another fun fact about that move is that forward air does take the stock. Straw Hat still in this. Another fun fact about that move is that the intangibility does come out before the hitbox does. So if you try to like grab Zelda when you think you can, like the beginning of that move before it gets out, which there is a very, very small window where you can do that. But for the most part, Zelda whips out that move. You're not hitting her until it's over, which not all characters really have the luxury to do. Beautiful reflect right there from AceAttorney on the way down, pops the Phantom Knight, and now complete
that's
roll. Up we go.
Scary. That almost looked like he was gonna die.
Yeah, AceAttorney knew that as well. He decided to toss them up, not just so we could get him at disadvantage, but because Strawhat
Ace had that red
bomb in hand.
in every possible way.
I hate that goddamn thing.
But the Knight?
Yes.
Yeah, the Knight's a real son of a gun. That thing covers so many options, and Ace has been making such good use out of this Knight all evening. So, yeah, we'll take another look at this. But that Knight has been like the real MVP. Yep. Catching Strawhat, and that's it.
He hung back. He jumped up, air dodged, and he jumped up, did neutral air dodge, and hung back because he was afraid of what Zelda was going to do to him there, because he knows that Zelda was going to go in to cover the one spot that Phantom Knight didn't. But as a result, he just got hit by the giant hitbox of that move. That's a Zelda thing, man. You know, Zelda, when she does that Phantom Knight and she's ledge trapping you with it, she basically wants to cover you in the one spot that the Knight does not cover.